Hey, also I'm 30M and my kind of girlfriend is 25F. We were together for about 7 months but broke up in January essentially because she laid out her expectations and I informed her I wasn't capable/willing to meet some of the things and we agreed to break it off but essentially remain a situationship, so we've more or less been in a relationship without the title for the past 5 or so months. Recently she seemed a bit distant despite us doing really well for a few months and even discussed potentially officially getting back together in late April, but again recently she's been a bit distant and less communicative. Instead of being supportive and reassuring, she will often become very negative all the time and instead of communicating will try to belittle or tear me down in arguments. As the weather has gotten warmer she's begun going out with her friends more, not unusual for the warmer months when I met her, but with that she has increased maintenance needs I guess as she always wants to look her best. The issue is she keeps running short and is unable to afford these things on her paychecks despite the fact she moved back into her mother's house 5 months before we met and only assists her mother with a small $300 per month payment for groceries and to help with rent. We both make essentially the same amount of money, however my rent and utilities gobble up about half of my income versus her essentially not paying bills outside of her Netflix and many other subscriptions she has and always buying clothes to go out in. The sticking point that has come up between us recently is she apparently expects me to step in and pay for her beauty maintenance or at least partially pay for her hair, lashes, and nails and sometimes help her with other expenses. I'm by no means rich but I get by on managing my money relatively well. I told her I don't mind helping her sometimes and I've very frequently been loaning her money she has paid me back when she gets her paychecks, anywhere between $75 to $150 a week. Recently this has been a weekly occurrence and combined with her seemingly being distant, frankly, I no longer want to do it and she started saying why does she have to pay me back anyway if we are romantically involved? Well, because I need to pay my bills and since dating her I haven't been able to purchase myself any new clothes or shoes and I badly need a new business pair for work as the bottoms of my current shoes fell off. I've had to glue and tape them back on. AITA for not being willing to just give her money and become annoyed I'm having to loan her money on a weekly basis given the circumstances? I just feel as though a woman's maintenance expenses and leisure fund are her own responsibilities unless we are married, which currently we technically aren't even in a relationship officially. On top of that, she makes the same amount of money as I do but I pay way higher for basic bills and I also have a son I care for. She claims she doesn't feel secure because of this and in the past she always said we were building up a life together but I honestly don't believe I could ever ask her for money if I fell on hard times. She is constantly running in the red to keep up with her maintenance and leisure habits. On top of that when we argue she insists she supports me so much but I don't feel supported or recently even at times wanted. To keep things brief, the other day I had a really bad day mental health wise due to some issues from my past employer. I tried to reach out for support and was treated with silence and then told I'm mentally checked out and was told to wait when I was trying to open up and talk about what was bothering me. I don't feel that is support. So AITA for not just blinding giving her money once a month or every paycheck?